you know, $8 is meaningless to probably quite a few people, you know, especially someone who feel that they need to make more money. But you can't relax on selling drugs to put you in a position where you can feed your family or buy the things that you have, because you're going to be chased, you're going to be followed, you're going to be, you know,
monkey on your back,
incarcerated or whatever. So the key to it is that you have to build a movement amongst your people, your age group. You have to build a movement amongst the older folks, you know, because you have to reach out to them to get educated about what happened in the 50s and the 60s, you know, because all you're doing is just repeating that cycle, you know. And to those who believe that not participating in the political process by not voting, I wrote a little quote the other day, and I was thinking about this on my way to Chicago, you know, because I was thinking about the work that I was doing back in St. Louis. Do you all know what that N stands for in your car?
The what?
N, the letter N. You don't have an N in your car?
Neutral.
Neutral, right?
anti-confusion.
The good shit, the letter N. You all see it every day. There is no such thing as neutral. Stand still and the world will move without you. The outcome is, which way will it move for you while you're neutral? Neutral can only put you in one position, and that's going downhill, because that's the only thing your car can do in neutral. Without the power of you moving that vehicle, you know, driving it or pushing it, if you're in neutral, if you're on flat land, it ain't going nowhere, right? You got to push it. But if you're on the hill and you fighting and you battling, you got to get behind that and you got to push it and move it. That's the power of people. Pushing and moving and keep going. Because every battle we have is uphill. Plain and simple. Because if you're a neutral person, you ain't going nowhere. So if you want to sit there and say, well, I'm going to wait to see what the outcome is, guess what? The outcome ain't benefiting you one lick.
Right.
Okay.
So you need to fight.
Okay, we have 2 more hands, and then it's supposed to be 3. What time is it? 2:45. Okay, we got 2 more hands, and then we're gonna wrap it up, and then I'm gonna ask one question at the end. Okay.
Okay. My question is to Rev, what's your name?
Caldwell.
Reverend Caldwell. In my 30 years that I've been involved with the party, I've never heard a minister being in the party. Do you have other ministers that are involved that you know of?
Yes, in our group in Houston, we have 2 other ministers that are part of our
To me,
party.
that's a first.
Yes.
Do you intend to go nationwide if you need to?
As I said, you know, I'm just a little over a year in the party, and I understand this aspect of it. You know, I'm up in age. Marxism, Leninism, communism, proletarianism, bourgeoisie, that wasn't taught when I was in school. You know what I mean? I didn't learn that.
They teach you when I was in school.
And it wasn't taught, I learned a little bit in college, but I didn't learn it. It wasn't until, as a result of my activism in Houston, that someone approached me, who's here today. You know what I mean? And that's the reason why I'm here today. He brought me here, Bernard Temple.
Brother back there, yeah. Okay, had a comment?
Talk about the people you got. Get your people involved in some of the movements, with some of the politicians. I'm with Job for Justice. He just got brother up here, but you know, he probably knows Job for Justice. Probably knows Steve. Okay. We have Job for Justice. To come where we got to now, we had to work with the politicians and various groups to actually try to get them going forward. So we sent people over there to various groups to get them going forward. And then they know where the help came from. And ultimately they ended up helping. It took a few years, but ultimately they ended up helping us. But those people that you send out there, they'll learn things from those groups and bring it back, and we'll sit there and we'll decide, wait, what's the next thing we got to do? We have people on city councils, and we can influence things, because we get people elected, and we can start influencing. And there's people that care about what we do, because nobody else is doing it. Nobody else is willing to step out there. And I mean, we work with the community, and we work with other people. Jobs Justice, we got people that will go out there and get on a picket line to win somebody's rights.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah, when you pointed about on the boxes, is that a county thing or is it a statewide thing?
Alameda County.
Alameda County, so that doesn't pertain to the whole county?
State, no.
Okay, so that's what your work, that's what you achieve. And to follow that up with what the issue is, we have a lot of resources that we're not tapping into to helping our people.
That's right.
And we need to get more involved in the media and with each other to know where these resources are. Because there are resources around with federal and state funding that's out there that we need to go and get.
Right.
One of the things, if I may address that, one of the things that I do in Houston, I'm the founder and director of a company organization called POCO, Coalition of Community Organizations. One of the things that we don't do in minority communities is work together and share information.
That's right.
If we work together and share information, the young man who talked about the prison issue, we'll know about those programs, we'll know about government funding, we'll know about all these other issues. In regard to what you said earlier, we know we can't survive on $7.25, $8, whatever, but what CPU has helped me to understand is, I know I can't survive off of it, but why can't I? Why can't I? And why am I making just $8 and $7.25? See, that's what I need to understand. That's what the community needs to understand. Why are you making this much money and the corporations that you're working for is making big? You know, why are you helping? The community needs to understand why you're only making $7.25, $8 an hour. You know.
Okay, this is not the end of the end. Sanji, you had a comment, and then I'm gonna just make a real quick statement, and John is gonna tie it down, and then we're gonna get back together, right? Because we're gonna have an African-American convention, okay? All right, Sanji.
I just wanted to tell the comrade at the end that the party has a religious commission. And there are many pastors, black pastors and white pastors and others in it.
Okay, let me just say about this book. You know, it's called Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome. I think we need to read it. I'm gonna start a little book club once a month, or once every 2 weeks. We just do chapters in it together. We can call on the phone all over the country and talk about it, because it talks about the fact while slavery is still here in our mentality. So when you start talking about hope, you're talking about how we feel, our spirits. And a lot of our spirits has been dragged to the ground in the worst kind of way. People I heard never was afraid say, I'm afraid now in my own community. So I'm suggesting this is a great way to involve people who are looking at the homicides, because baby, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of losing our babies. It's too much. It's killing us. So, I mean, I'm looking for answers. Another one is black pain. So we can start having some discussions to talk about not only just the economic aspects of it, but the emotional and the psychological aspect of what's happening to our people. This is really crucial. I'm going to let Jarvis tie it down. Everybody, please fill out that survey. Indicate if you're willing to be on the African-American Commission. We need you. We'll follow up a few weeks from now when we have our first meeting. Okay?
Wait, real quick.
Yes. So,
The prison industrial complex is a business.
yes.
And that's where the problem lies, is a prison industrial complex. Just as the slaves were free, were
Yes,
so-called
yes,
free,
yes.
you know,
Yes.
there's a friend of mine has a line in a poem, he says,
Yeah.
slavery hasn't been abolished, it's just been polished.
Right.
The prison industrial complex is the new,
Slavery by any other name.
Okay.
yes.
All right, Jarvis. And we're going to let him tie it down, and then we, okay.
Well, it's been a really wonderful workshop, and so many outstanding presentations of ideas and feelings that have been expressed here today. I'm inspired, I hope you are as well, unless you're brain dead. You've got to be inspired to be in this crowd.
I need everybody's surveys. I just love this man so much.
Stay right here.
Okay, brother. Okay, brother.
50 years ago, this young lady was a teenager
Yes.
working out in Detroit. And she ran to the W.B. Du Bois Club. No, it wasn't called that then. No, it wasn't called that then. We had a youth organization. We were going to San Francisco to form the W.B. Du Bois Club, 1964, June.
That's
The
right,
year of the Mississippi Summer.
that's right.
And she came along. She was the, what? You were about the youngest delegate there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was 17.
Outstanding. Outstanding.
Yeah.
From Detroit.
Still hanging in there too.
Still, 50 years later, she's still doing it. And let me tell you, she has stepped forward to help us pull a commission again. Now, you know we got the material for a commission. You just heard it in this room.
Right.
By the way, some things weren't said. A number of people from out of the district in Connecticut, where they actually have recruited a large number of African American Latino people to the party. In the leadership of Joel, and Art is sitting there, Joel's mother's sitting there in her 90s, give her a hand.
Oh,
Sam's speech itemized things we ought to be fighting for. And Sam's speech, and Art is going to help us draft a program that we're going to bring out as part of what we're going to build around. But finally, I want to say this. Cassie has stepped forward, and she's asking us to help build a commission. Don't leave her out there. No, so sign up, fill out those applications. Let us know where you are. We're going to be in touch with you. Because we've had some great experience with the commission, and you can see we've had some great victories. By the way, nobody's mentioned Ras Baraka.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
Now, Ras Baraka at his family's funeral said that his father was a communist and that he adored his father and followed his father. He didn't exactly say I am, but everybody here, right? 3,000 people were at that funeral for his father. He went on from there. They tried to use that tape to red bait him and all that. He went on there to win the mayor's race in Newark.
Right.
He's a friend of ours.
Right.
He's a very good friend. But he is a friend of ours. And this is the world we're living in today. So let's go out and do this. Let's build it. Let's build it. I see 1,000 new members coming.
All right.